We've been a little bit devoid of any main series Pokemon related news over the course of the last couple of months since the release of Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. But with the official Nintendo Switch presentation and the internet going crazy with rumors surrounding a potential Pokemon game coming to the Nintendo Switch, there's been a lot of speculation, and I'm going to be discussing features that I think are going to be added into the next Pokemon game. A Pokemon game that is very likely going to be a follow-up to Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon on the Nintendo Switch. Judging by things that were found in the data of Pokemon Sun and Moon, and things that were leaked beforehand but didn't quite make it into those games. The first thing that I think is going to return in the next Pokemon game, that's very likely to appear on the Nintendo Switch, is the return of Pokemon being able to follow the character. This was a very popular feature in Pokemon Yellow, being able to have your Pikachu follow you around, and it was a feature that returned in Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, to the delight of the fanbase. However, since 2009, since Heart Gold and Soul Silver's release, it hasn't returned in any Pokemon game, and the community have been quite vocal about it. However, in Pokemon Sun and Moon, there's evidence that suggests that Pokemon being able to follow you, being able to follow the protagonist around, was actually set to make a return. However, it was very likely cut due to hardware limitations. The 3DS probably just couldn't handle it. So what makes me say all this? What evidence is there for me to actually give to you guys? Some of you might have already seen this already, but hackers were able to data mine Pokemon Sun and Moon, and were able to find animations of Pokemon walking and running, which suggests that Pokemon were able to follow you around, at least in a very early, alpha stage of Pokemon Sun and Moon. Literally every single Pokemon received a walking animation and a running animation, as you can see from these videos that I'm showcasing to you now from Kaizo War here on YouTube. There's a lot of speculation from people that suggest that maybe these animations were for the Poké Finder, the minigame that allows you to take pictures of Pokemon within the Alola region. But quite frankly, there's such a small selection of Pokemon that are actually able to be encountered within the Poké Finder, and a few of them, Pokemon like Dragonite, don't even have walking animations. They instead fly around the screen. That honestly makes me believe that this was a cut feature from Pokemon Sun and Moon. Pokemon following the protagonist was something that was supposed to be implemented, but due to hardware limitations, it unfortunately wasn't. So why are they still there? Why are they still within the data? I and a lot of the community and a lot of journalists and a lot of analysts believe that the next Pokemon game is going to be on the Nintendo Switch, a console that has a lot more power than the Nintendo 3DS system. Without going into fancy hardware talk, the Nintendo Switch is going to be able to do a lot more than the Nintendo 3DS. It's going to be made possible for more character models to be added into the overworld of the Alola region. The graphics are going to be a million times better. And with the extra power and the graphical enhancements that the Nintendo Switch is going to allow, I truly believe that this isn't a feature that Game Freak have given up on. And I do believe that Pokemon following you is going to be a feature that will return in the next Pokemon game that I think will be coming to the Nintendo Switch. Like, just look at these animations. A lot of love has been put into these models and these animations. They're definitely going to appear at some point down the line. Whether there's a brand new Pokemon game this year, that's a whole other video. But Pokemon following you, definitely believe will return in the next Pokemon game. But it can't happen on the Nintendo 3DS. The 3DS does not have enough power, not in 2017. The Nintendo Switch though, definitely does. And it's a portable console, it's a handheld console, it's something that you are able to take out with you, which completely fits into Game Freak's philosophies for a main series Pokemon title. And quite a lot of people were angry about how the player search system, the little functionality on the bottom screen where you could access online features, were removed from Pokemon Sun and Moon. But the Festival Plaza just seems, I don't know, so friendly to a single screen console. And there's a bunch of different examples of that in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Like for 90% of Pokemon Sun and Moon, the bottom screen is literally nothing more than just a map via the form of the Votem Pokedex. So yeah, that's why I think the next Pokemon game is going to be on the Nintendo Switch. We don't really need to talk about that. That's for a separate video entirely. Throughout the summer of 2016, there was a lot of speculation about these Chinese leaks. Amongst other things, the final evolutions of of the starter Pokemon were leaked months in advance. And a lot of things that these Chinese leaks leaked turned out to be 100% correct, apart from a few Alolan forms and a few brand new Pokemon. Now, of course, a couple of weeks ago I made a video talking about how there could very well be 20 plus brand new Pokemon in the follow-up game to Pokemon Sun and Moon that is rumoured to come out on the Nintendo Switch. I need to stop talking about the Switch. Maybe the Chinese leakers were right. Maybe there are Pokemon based on snowmen and stuff like that, but they didn't quite make it into Pokemon Sun and Moon. Maybe these leaks from a couple of weeks ago are actually correct and there are going to be brand new Pokemon in the next Pokemon game. Could we be seeing a dolphin Pokemon? A snowman Pokemon? Sure, the snowman Pokemon could maybe be confused with Crabominable, but Crabominable is literally the only brand new ice-type Pokemon that was introduced in Pokemon Sun and Moon, barring Alola forms. And there's definitely a ton of potential for brand new Pokemon to be added. Sure, kind of dividing the player base just a little bit is maybe, I don't know, against Game Freak's philosophies, but it would be an amazing way to market the next Pokemon games. And it would mean that these Chinese leakers were literally 100% that there are dolphin Pokemon, that there are snowmen Pokemon, but they didn't quite make it into Sun and Moon. I don't know. That's my thoughts. What else do you want to see in the next Pokemon games? Do you want to see Pokemon Following You return? Is there something else I haven't discussed in this video? Let me know in the comments section down below. 1,000 likes on this video would be really appreciated for another video to be uploaded tomorrow. Feel free to subscribe to listen to more of my future Pokemon news related videos, and I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Sorry for taking so long to upload this month. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.